Marriage is sacred. On the wedding day, we promised heaven and earth. So why might mom have a boyfriend? And why does she even need one in the first place? Maybe she's just not getting enough TLC, tender, loving care, from the man she's been married to for several years. Maybe mom needs a new physical fantasy, or maybe she just wants to feel young again. Welcome to Let's Face It with Joe, where real people share genuine social and relationship concerns.
Why? Because she has me now. I'm my boyfriend now. I'm the only son she has. So why is she bringing another man into her life when she has me? I'm her boyfriend, I'm her husband, I'm her son. I'll take the position for her.
I should be the only boyfriend and husband that she has. I'm the first child and I expect her to be my wife, even though she's my mom.
But you guys have to try out.
Yeah, I know that, but I guess that I feel she's a grown dad.
Welcome back. Let me start by saying for many years we've seen married women in developed countries openly advertising their boyfriends, not only to the world but to their children, even though they are still very much married. Many may frown at it in Africa, for example, and it would not be far from the truth if I was to say it's a total taboo. However, let's take the bull by the horns now and be honest with ourselves. A good number of married women do have a boyfriend. They just can't voice it out. The boyfriend need not be sexual, but an emotional boyfriend. Maybe they haven't even met face to face, but chat romantically on social media. Women are wired to be more emotional than men. They crave for comfort, warmth, affection. No matter how old they are, they need constant reassurance that they are loved and they are the most beautiful thing God took time out to create. But when they don't get all that, they could be led to have that extra handbag to bring out that spark in them. Are you ready to deal with the consequences if you do? Before we condemn these women, let's look at some reasons why mom might want to have a boyfriend. Men need to understand they married a human being and not a spirit. What am I saying? They need to feed not just her flesh, but all other bodily functions, the soul and the spirit, with constant affection, love, and more. She's not a statue, she's a human being. So come on and treat her with all her heart desires. And a woman who gets it all will give it all and more. In every woman, there is a vacuum that needs to be constantly filled. Chocolate in her brain that needs to be melted, and a car engine that needs a regular kickstart. If you don't fill her up, she'll just dry up. Just like adding engine oil to an engine enables it to function better. Let's look at reasons why mom would want to have a boyfriend. She ain't getting any affection at home from her husband. She needs more financial security. She isn't getting enough sex from her husband. She wants to try something new. She wants to get back at her husband because he's been cheating on her. Have it at the back of your mind that extramarital affair is not righteous. You may end up not loving your husband any longer. It could scatter your home and lead to a break in trust. And guess what? You could have even had a leaked sex tape. We have seen quite a number of videos that circulate online from extramarital affairs. If you need more fantasy and you crave for something special, why don't you communicate with your spouse? Although there are some men who aren't giving their wives the much and needed attention, and it feels like you're passing through hell, I understand. But honestly, once your husband is not as romantic as he used to be, there's not that much you can do if he's not willing to change. Living with this truth can be quite torturing, but it's not an excuse to have a boyfriend. I'd really like to hear from you. You can send your comments to the Chimney Session on the Facebook and other social media pages. But we've come to the end of the episode today. Thanks for staying tuned. I really want you to be a part of it again next week. Take care and remember, let's face it, together with Joe. Ciao.
Training sessions are available with Joe on relationship, professional and social etiquette, including elocution and diction. For corporate organization or personal teaching, send a mail to the email address displayed on the screen now. And don't forget to tap subscribe to Let's Face It with Joe on the YouTube page.
Everything is happening around you. Let's face it with Joe. Put your faith together.